Whammy Grammy, Tyler.
Wham, Graham, thank you, ma'am.
Nice. Good one. What are you drinking there? Wine?
Yeah, man, just got a fresh batch. We got like 15 bottles of white. Got like 15 bottles of red coming next week.
Holy crow.
Yeah, I'd say so if I was a swearing type like you.
Yeah. So, how's your day going? Pretty good day so far?
Not bad. Yeah, look out your window. It's all daylight out. Getting a little early start today.
Daylight and also basically summer here. It's like 20 degrees or something.
Same here.
Yeah. Snow?
Bunch of it. Classic summer snow. Yeah. Fuck. Still out there? Yeah, still out there.
Still there?
Fuck, there's so fucking much. No, they didn't take it away. I paid my goddamn taxes. Take that snow away.
Yeah, that's a shame.
It sucks a butt, you know? I mean, it's why Fane's not cab back lip and rails. It's why I'm not getting the fakey flip back tail. You know, those are basically gimmies for both of us.
It is a good excuse for you guys both to have.
I tend to agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, Alex, are you still flying high this week? First wall ride under your belt there, big girl?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm flying high, but did
Riding
do my
low?
first wall ride. Yeah, was low.
4 wheels on a goddamn wall, though, man.
Yep. I've tried a lot. I've done like really like not real ones at skate parks where it's like basically a quarter pipe because it's like a bank with like a tiny transition to a wall and then back into a bank. But I've definitely never done one where you go 90 degrees into the ground.
Yeah, that's where it starts to suck the most, is when your toes and stuff bash into it. That's cool, man. I think wall rides are basically the fucking coolest thing in skateboarding. You're on a goddamn wall.
Yeah, it is really cool.
It's a real fuck you to gravity.
Yeah, I would always try to like stand up straight, you know, like you're on the ground, but with my feet like angled on the wall on the board. But as soon as Kieran was like,
not the ground.
Put your front shoulder towards the ground.
Yeah, right. Kieran's like, put your nose on the wall and then have someone shoot a photo of it every month for a whole year.
But as soon as he said that,
just kidding, like, Kieran, chill the fuck out.
It definitely helped to get the land.
Look clean, buddy. Saw it.
Thanks. Did like 3.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks.
Right arm.
It means a lot coming from a wall rider like yourself.
I could just kind of do them before they were as popular, and then everyone got way better, and that's about the end of that story.
You don't do them anymore?
No, I still try. I'm just not that good at them.
True. Could have fooled me.
Hard to find a good wall. They always have railings and ends and stuff. You want a wall that goes down something into the ground.
Yeah.
Or you don't. Anyway, toy machine video.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I don't know. It was a good video. I liked it overall, the entire thing.
Like watching it?
Couple things here and there that I was like, But
what were they? Give us one of them.
One of them. You know, like the classic like flashes of art that they would do?
Yeah, toy. Yeah.
I thought there was a bit much and a bit quick for my taste.
Well, they're always quick to the point of like, if you don't get them, you kind of go back. I thought there was only like 3. Weren't there like the old subliminal messages?
Yeah, it felt like too much to me. Maybe just because it's a shorter video or something, they tried to squeeze in the same amount as normal. But
could be that.
Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, it wasn't like enough to bother me enough to not enjoy it. But it did feel kind of distracting at times. Like I didn't need as many.
Nothing really stuck out to me like from a production standpoint, good or bad. It wasn't like, oh, that had this dope art direction or vibe in general. But overall, there was some shit for sure in there. No Provost?
Yeah. I think he's off.
That's what I heard.
There were rumors that he was off for a while, and then the day that came out, someone mentioned that to me, and I looked at his Instagram, and it still had Toy Machine with the rest of his sponsors. And
probably hasn't sobered up yet to change it.
But then later that same day, it was gone. So
probably as a result of that video coming out, people are like, what? Where? At Provost?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't notice that he wasn't there. Didn't really care. I'm not the hugest fan, but like
I didn't care that much, but I just noticed. I would have liked more Leo. That's for sure.
Me too. Yeah, well, but what he did have was still like
it was sick, but like,
for me.
Isn't it wild? You'll see on like his or like Toy or Mike Sinclair's like Insta, a bunch of crazy moves all the time that easily could go in there. You know, if they're not filmed like long distance on an iPhone, it's like just him grinding the world.
I never see anything. I don't follow any of that, but I can imagine their Instagrams probably do have some.
Yeah, it's what I just said. Bunch of pipes.
Yeah.
I liked that Braden Hoban dude.
Yeah, that's like sick. The
whatever
the
around
best,
the world. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, the best like intro to a person that there could be, like a Toy Machine video. It's like a classic brand. They're like clearly like switching some things up with like the team in general. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, some random guy 50s the like drop down rail to start. And it's like, whoa, crazy. Like, what else has he got? Like, who even is this guy? And then the entire part was so fucking good. Like, every trick was so good.
You said you don't follow any of those dudes. Like, I've seen him for, last year or two on tours and stuff, and he looks sick. Yeah, he kind of looks like that Alex Wilms dude. But, yeah, obviously the, like, loop-de-loop grind is doing the rounds.
Mm-hmm.
But no, but the other 50 videos in that part, it's like a sidewalk, like 90-degree carve at the most insane triple kinker, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like this big double.
Yeah.
It's so steep.
Ends with a long flat.
No, I think it's pretty quick, but it's like fucking into the world. It's like down, whatever, down.
Yeah.
And then he lands like pretty out of control, and you think he's not gonna make it, and then makes up the curve so sketchy, and it's so sick because you're like, yeah, you landed it, but if you hit the curve, you'd be like, but it just like bangs up, and you're like, yes, you did the whole thing.
I had to rewatch that part like immediately after because that trick happened, and it was like, holy fuck. And then like I was
John Alley section.
Well, I was still like processing that, and I guess there was a John Alley section or whatever happened.
The whole flip-in section.
Yeah, well, I didn't. Well, that's what I'm getting to is I wasn't paying attention because I was still thinking about that 50, and then he did the double loop 50, and I was like, what the hell is even going on? So I like went back and rewatched the part after because I like it was so crazy.
What the fuck is even going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you're like, okay, you can't give like the new the enders. You're like, but it's gonna be kind of weird if like, whoever. And then you're like, oh, Deshaun Jordan. I hadn't heard that at all. Had you?
No, not at all. I don't think it was known really.
That's honestly psycho. Like leaving, I would say, arguably the top board brand business and company to go to Toy.
Yeah, I don't know. He like
good fucking move.
Other than like the really terrible welcome to the team video and like the weird
serial
from,
killer
like,
thing,
and then the photos from like the roller skating rink, like was he even ever really on? Like I've never seen one of those boards.
Did they ever put anything out, a board or a video or anything?
There are boards with his name on them, but I've never seen them.
They're only in Mark Johnson's house. You have to go to like his basement to find them.
Mm-hmm.
No, that company's great for a guy like Mark Johnson who's so jaded and old and like embittered and crazy to be on. But like, starting out your career, maybe just don't start there.
Well, he was on Sovereign before, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he's doing better.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I would consider Business and Company a step up from Sovereign.
Oh yeah, I always called Business and Company like the good Sovereign.
True. It's funny, you mentioned the John Alley section, which is something that Chris Weimer would do as well. It's like the John Alley section in parts.
But he's the John Alley understudy.
He kind of reminded me of Chris Weimer, both on America too. And speaking of that, did you see Chris Weimer officially on America now?
Yeah, finally. I assume it's a Gap 180, correct?
I think so. That's pretty sick. I don't think it's been announced yet. It's in the YouTube,
I saw some photos of this. He's been on there for a second. Good for him.
He's like not on the team page yet or anything though.
That's a funny one. I mean, like with him, his tricks. He's got him so dialed. I would say that had it come out before Mason Silva did the alley-oop 180-50 on it would be more mind-blowing.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Especially because the 180 crux is like his fucking jam.
Yeah.
I shot a photo of him on Woodsworth landing it second, third, and fourth try.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, and the photo's still whatever.
That's a wild trick to have like that.
It doesn't seem fun. I've never tried one. It seems too scary.
Do you think I've tried one?
I'd say for sure you have.
Probably done one or two tail slides in my life, so once I got one of those, figured that was the next move.
Wait, really? Frontside tails?
Yeah.
All right, 1 or 2, better than none, my friend.
I can only remember ever sliding 2.
Regs or fakie? You're a fakie man, I could tell.
No. I think both to regs. The first one I can't really remember.
Flip out to regs or just like regular clean ollie out to regs?
Flip out without a slide at Bank of Montreal and Winnipeg bottom stair.
Damn.
In the winter. I think there's a clip. I'll try to find it. There might not be though.
You might just give yourself a bunch of homework, my friend. Right on. What else you got for us? There was that Michael Polizzi flat bar part where he only did like kind of 3 different tricks the whole time.
I just wanted one more thing about the toy machine video. It's kind of funny that there's like that whole flow section and all of them are hooked up by Nike.
Clearly, their whole thing is a Mike Sinclair thing at this point. Like, even Deshaun Jordan wouldn't have happened without Sinclair.
Yeah. I just thought it was like, you could make it maybe a little less obvious or like maybe hook up one person that doesn't also get Nike. But good for them,
well, I mean, I guess it wasn't working out as good when they would only hook up people who were on decline. Mm-hmm. So they're like, okay, let's go with a shoe company that's going to stay in business.
That's true. That's a
Wait,
good point.
Speaking of which, what do you think, Cater on Adidas? It's like, isn't it apples and oranges? Like
from what, Vans?
I thought it was on Nike. Oh, never mind.
No, he was on Vans and then was wearing Nikes, but he was never on.
Basically just being courted by 2 fine gentlemen. Okay, that makes sense. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like that ad. It was sick. Just
big old stack kicky.
Yeah,
especially because that seems like if you got him there, I don't know, 3 years ago when he was like a little more younger, it's like, but now that he's like older and like cooler, I like a big old fat stack kicky. I think it was a 16.
He had a cool video on Thrasher too, where it's just like him skating around basically.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
I didn't pay too much attention to it, but I
sounds great.
It was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, you like the background audio?
I don't know.
Sounds like you didn't pay attention.
I didn't like it.
I don't know. You said you liked it, but you're like, I don't know, didn't really watch it.
That's like half the videos. There's 40 videos that come out every day. If I want to try to watch any amount of them, I can't pay attention to everything.
Well, as long as you get your process in, you get your fucking Gilbert Kitch or whatever. What's his name? Gavin Kish. Process video in. That's the first thing you got to be paying full attention.
Yeah, that's a good segue into just a
working on segues.
Banger video that dropped.
You asked me to watch that, and at first I was like, why? And then I was like, oh, I get it. Yeah.
So just just before we start talking about it, we need to remember this is a child. He's 15. We can't be too harsh.
Thanks for the disclaimer for the host's purpose.
But yeah, let's maybe take a big swig of wine and just let us know your thoughts. Just tone it back a tiny bit because of the age.
Okay. I'm going to start without Braden? Gavin Kish. I like when the cops like, yo, if you get hit by a car, like that's on me, I'm going to get fired. Be like, you're a cop. He can get hit by a car. You can come up and shoot him, take a shit on him. You're good, buddy. Don't worry about it. You're not going to lose your job. Secondly, I like that when he's like, I fucking did it! His voice hits like an ABD for an octave. Like, it goes fucked up high. And you're like, okay, well, that's a one-off. Sorry, that sucks for you. And then he does it again. You're like, oh. Didn't know he was 15 when I was thinking that earlier. Still, a little late for the pubes, but okay. And I like when he hugs Midler for so long, like, and he's like, "You're my favorite skater." I was like, Alex Midler could hold me up and have me fucking kickflip, tail slide, big spin, a 20 stair, put me down, and I would be like, "Thanks, but I don't know, you're like bottom 2 hunch." Like, now that I know Gavin Kish is 15, and listen to him, I'm like, he for sure is his favorite skater.
Yeah, it makes sense for sure. This was another video where this one's 5.5 minutes long, so like that's
worth every second.
Long for a one trick kind of video. So it was another one that I didn't pay too much attention to. So I didn't make it to the end with the "you're my favorite skater" part, but I'm glad you could fill me in on that, so I don't have to watch it.
Half cab is like so likely. I assumed it was gonna be a nollie. You know, it's not like they're gonna do a fucking, I don't know. They probably would do a varial flip kids these days with their varial flips, but
yeah, I when I first saw this, I was guessing switch 180 or half cab. Like, it makes sense, and then he did it as like 15-year-old goes to LA half cab as possible, but
yeah,
like
the first
not really
couple,
popping. Like you can't hear the pop because it's off the plywood, but maybe he also just never.
He did not deserve to get a fucking land. I tell you what, how much he was trying to hit his face on those early ones. You're like, are you trying to lay down it?
Yeah,
like,
well, he would like instead of under rotating his body to like go forwards down the bank and not like end your life, he was like over rotating his body and going down it backwards, like you're trying to trip and hit your head or something.
Yeah, I grew out my 15-year-old beard here, so it would slow down when I slide down the bank on it.
Yeah, it was
anyway, that's more terrifying than anyone's ever talked about Gavin Kish. Good on you, buddy. What's the most scared you've ever been trying to trick, Doyle?
Early grab UBC, probably.
And then you fucking smoked it, though.
That one, I remember... Oh, thanks, man. You know, like when you're really scared of something and you get like the like weird routine stuff going where it's like you need to like run up every second step and then throw down and take one push or like whatever. I remember that one specifically. I had to land 3 trays before I could make myself try it in a row before.
I wouldn't get to try a trick this year if that was the rule.
Yeah. I was pretty good at them at the time, but I remember it taking so much longer than it needed to, but also it took probably like 25 tries or something. Like
early
it took
grab?
so long, yeah.
Did you stick every one?
Yeah, stuck every one and would slip out, and mine there's like you can see in the clip, there might be a photo somewhere too, like all the skin on my like shin was gone just from like sliding out. Because I know,
obviously you stuck everyone. I'm like, if you kicked one out, I know you would not be trying it again. That thing's a fucking stack. It's a 12, but it's more like a 14, 15.
Yeah, I was wearing shorts for some reason too, which was like every time I
summer and it's you. That was in your shorts phase.
Yeah.
Damn, that's sick.
I don't think there was ever anything else that like even compares. Maybe like the Ollie Pan Am 9 where I hit my head. That was like probably.
I think that's
like,
different though. If you're a little kid, I don't think you like have the same like.
I was so
anxiety.
Scared. It's definitely different, but I rolled up to it just like throwing down and jumping off for probably like 40 minutes or something.
40 minutes? You feel me roll up for definitely longer than that, but.
Yeah, but
I think when you're a kid though,
like
you're
20 times.
You're just like scared. When you're an adult, it gets like more unhealthy of like the fear and like just like anxiety and just like breaking down a shell of a person.
What's your scaredest?
I never been scared. It's usually first, second try. I can't remember like scaredest, but I was trying to like front nose fakie Woodsworth one time on Thanksgiving. And I think I wasn't, not that I ever did, but wasn't skating rails like at all much at the time and was super scared and panicking and like so long in between tries. And Bill had to go to his mom's Thanksgiving and I was like holding him up and I was stressing so hard. Like I was coming close on some, but then be a million hours. And I basically just had a fucking nervous breakdown and then kind of didn't film a trick for like 2 years after that.
What year was that?
I don't know. Between a couple of videos.
Damn.
Yeah. I just like wrecked me. I don't know. It was like so
I feel like, I feel like I've never really seen you get that scared where like you're always able, like I'm sure you're scared, but you're able to convince yourself to try one. And then once you get the one try out of the way, it usually like unlocks the like.
I watch other people who aren't scared ever and then just like, or just like, or know their ability. And I'm like, that must be fucking nice.
Yeah. It's
although really, not nice though, because if I knew my ability, it'd be like, cool, see you at the 2 stair, maybe.
Yeah. It's still like so impressive to like get to watch like something that's absolutely terrifying, like a big set or like a big ass rail or like just some thing where, you know, like if one thing goes wrong, like it can be real bad. Like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of that kind of shit, and it still is like so exciting.
It's gnarly. Like these days, and only in the last fucking 3 years, really. Even it's gone like a fucking ski jump. Whereas like, for years I watched like, you know, my friends stuff like get kind of buck or like watch like Jimbo or Colin like, whoa, skate some pretty gnarly stuff, but it wasn't like so far out of the realm. Whereas now it's like, I don't know, this rail, it's got like a 2-foot carve in, and then you can like hit all these kinks, and people just do it. And
yeah, that's true. But I feel like also, I don't know. I feel like I don't see it as much in person. Like more people are like there aren't as many hammers going down as there were.
But you hear that, Sky? Step it the fuck up.
Yeah.
Does he watch this?
He might. I don't know. That's not what I was thinking about at all. But
doesn't matter.
I mean, he can still step it up though if you want him to.
Alex, I got a game for you. It's called Who Would Win in a Fight?
Okay.
This isn't a fight to the death. There's no weapons. It's just kind of who beats the other person where they're like, hey, stop fighting me so much.
Okay.
Chad Muska, Peter Smolik.
I don't know. I don't have an answer to that one. I feel like they would just
game already.
Yeah, that's not like the type of example of people
Moving
I was
on.
expecting to hear.
Dane Vaughn, aka the Caden Gypsy versus Ragdoll.
Probably Dane Vaughn.
I think that's a little.
I just feel like he's younger. He's probably scrappier. You know, seems like he's like pretty high energy. Like he'd just go and just fucking
does a lot of cocaine. Smart.
Do you think he does?
I imagine he's smelled it before.
Okay.
Heath Kirchart, Jeff Rowley.
Probably Heath. Jeff Rowley's so short.
Yeah,
he's probably pretty short too. You're I don't know.
Didn't you meet Rowley? I don't know, man. I thought Rowley, just because he's English, seems like more of a scrapper. Heath's a little too pretty. Tough. But he does all those fucking excursions.
Yeah.
And they're both like the gnarliest on a skateboard.
Yeah, I don't know. That's another tough one. These are all pretty tough.
All right. This one's another tough one. Tony Hawk versus Alyssa Steamer.
Gotta go with Tony.
Oh, what? I thought for sure Alyssa. No question.
How come?
Because Tony's like 1,000. He can't even like turn his head and stuff. He can do an invert, but...
Didn't he do like a 720 last year or something?
Yeah, but he didn't have to beat anyone up to do it.
That's true. But
I guarantee Alyssa's beat up more people.
In age. They're both pretty old. Tony Hawk has the height advantage, reach advantage with the long, lanky arms.
God, you'd be the worst fucking judge of any match. You just be a decision all the time. Like, I don't know. Fucking who knows?
No, because
if you haven't even called one yet.
If you're the judge, you get to watch it actually happen. You don't have to guess.
Okay, Sasha Daly versus Spenny. I was going to say his full name because I wrote it in full for the viewers. Spencer Hamilton, a.k.a. Spenny.
That's a tough one too. I always just want to go.
I made them to be tough, by the way.
I want to go with the taller person every time because none of them are trained. None of them are trained fighters, as far as I know. So I would just assume if they have equal levels of fighting experience
and same amount of full tattoos.
Yeah, whoever has the longer reach would generally, in my opinion, I assume would win.
But if they're not trained fighters, the reach isn't coming in. Okay, pick one. Fuck.
I just did. Spenny. He's taller.
All right. I don't think he would. Okay, Jamie Thomas versus Scrib.
I don't know who's taller.
Neither of them. They're both small. Actually, Scrib for sure. Jamie Thomas is very short.
Yeah, Scrib for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, Scrib one time fought a tow truck driver for towing his car.
Who won?
Scrib. Because he got his car off the tow truck and no ticket.
Wow, that's the best fight to win. Okay, but man, you bet JT. He fucking is the most competitive person ever.
Yeah, that's true, but
actually, after Scrib beats him up, he might be like, "Well, no, that doesn't count." And
they also used to call Scrib Chief back in the day, because they had very similar styles of not forcing people to do tricks, but suggesting strongly tricks people should do and spots they should go to and stuff like that.
Wow, that's me. Okay, Wee Man versus Steve Cab.
Steve Cab's got the height advantage.
Yeah, but his head's like this all the time, so you might not be able to see him coming.
What about you versus Wee Man? It's hard to say who has the height advantage. Pretty close.
Me! I'm going to win. Because to my knowledge, actually he probably does have a podcast, everyone does, but he doesn't have to report back. He might have to go on Steve-O's. I'm going to win, so I don't have to come on here and say that Wee Man beat me up.
True.
Okay.
Congrats.
Tony Alva versus Alex Doyle.
I don't actually really know. Probably Tony Alva.
He's like 1,000.
Yeah, but I'm just me. I'm just little Alex,
No, we call you regular Alex.
Do you?
Yeah, we're always like medium, regular, whatever, Alex.
I don't know. I think I'd just let him kick my ass to get it over with. Just to be like, okay, do it now, quick.
I think it would take a long time for him to kick your ass. He's all old and stuff. Okay, let's go to the fucking bonus round here. Get into the real shit here. Matt Schlager versus Mankind, aka Dude Love, aka Cactus Jack.
Probably Mankind due to the experience.
They both can fucking go off the top rope, clearly, though.
That's true. You know, it would that by far would out of all these fights would go the longest. It could just be a draw.
I don't think either of them would hit. They would just get hit.
And they both kind of look the same. Like maybe one would win, and then they would just call it a tie because no one would know who it was.
Of course they look the same and it's similar. You act like I just fucking got drunk on wine and wrote this 30 minutes for this podcast. A lot of fucking thought goes into this in body type, in slam type.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay.
So that's the answer.
All right. Colin Lambert versus Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I thought that was a bonus round.
No, the bonus round has several people in it.
Dog the Bounty Hunter current day?
Yeah.
Colin, for sure. Dog the Bounty Hunter is actually like 90 and fat and big.
Oh, yeah. Colin's killing it. Andy Roy versus Oscar the Grouch.
How many of these are there?
There's a lot.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
Okay, fine. I'm going to give you one more.
Okay.
Okay. Alien versus every Smeel brother. That's Fane, Kyan, Quigley, Dimitri, all of
them. Alien.
I agree.
Yeah, that one's easy.
All right. Well,
that was fun.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be the last time because I got a whole bunch of them. They're all similar shaped.
Let us know if you enjoyed listening to us talk. Maybe I'll come up with something like that. Someone versus someone. Maybe not fighting, though. Maybe something else.
Yeah, just kissing contest or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what. Like, who would do a better impression of...
I thought of that,
who would do a better Borat impression?
That's a funny
one. Bill or Jared?
Oh, Jared, for sure. Bill can't do impressions. Yeah, you didn't know that. That's the thing about him. He can't do impressions.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe Bill and Jared can... I picked them because I knew they'd be listening, and maybe they can send over Borat impressions, and then we can show them next week.
With the look. With caution.
Yeah, with the look. If anyone else wants to send over Borat impressions too, we can take a look at them all next week. A little challenge for everyone.
I would love it. I mean, some of us own a T-shirt. It seems like they're kind of favoring themselves, but, you know.
Do you want to try to do one for next week too?
Yeah, of course.
Let's all do Borat impressions.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fun challenge.
Remember when I made you do Austin Powers impressions?
Groovy, baby. Do I make you Randy?
Oh, fuck. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, of course.
That was fun. You got one right now?
No, I'm going to hold off. Save the impressions for next week.
You're right. Don't use up all your impression juice.
Exactly. That's what I heard happened to Bill. When he was a kid, he used to love doing... what's something from like the 50s that Bill would have liked doing?
Oh, it'd be like Groucho Marx.
Or like the very
like
first...
Would just do, silent movie impressions.
Yeah, like the first James Bond or something.
Oh, way before that. Do impressions of like the Germans invading.
We went from just giving Bill so much praise last week to just making fun of how...
I gotta take him down a fucking peg or two. Guy sent me a text. It was all like, hey, thanks for that. Fuck you.
Do you think Bill even knows who Borat is?
Honestly, maybe on the radio. Is he on the AM? Okay. Doyle, fuck, marry, Kyle. Kyle Walker, Kyle Leaper, Kyle Nicochet.
Marry Kyle Nicochet. Kill Kyle Leaper. Fuck Kyle Walker. Easy. Done.
I mean, I guess you've seen Nicochet's slug enough that...
Well, I would want to marry the one that I'd want to spend the most time with, and I already
That's true.
spend
I
a
wish
lot
I
of
was
time
hanging
with
with Kyle right now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's a great guy to spend time with. I wouldn't get bored of him. He'd be a great partner, a great life partner, I think.
I mean, Kyle Walker has a day in Oklahoma or whatever. Hey, I saw a photo of you, Kyle, going by, and you were filming that day. What trick did you do? Leak it. Go.
No.
Oh, come on!
That actually, he didn't land anything in that photo.
Oh!
Or that session. Well, he landed some stuff, but not that I filmed.
Not the sickest stuff. All right.
Yeah, so it looks like we're running low on time here, Tyler.
Run low on gas. Hey, guys, hit the goddamn YouTubes. Tell us what we're blowing it on or what we're not blowing it on. I like hearing that shit. Hit the YouTubes. Hit the Insta.
Do people say that?
I don't fucking know. I'm like Bill's age where YouTube is still written in paper.
Yeah. and you say the YouTube, like, oh, I saw a video of that on the YouTube.
Oh, yeah. It's like when your mom is like, oh, I know that show. You're like, that's Star Wars. That's not a show. Oh, fuck, It is a show now. Whatever. Replace that joke with a movie.
I'll put a movie in.
When you Grammy, Alex.